The newspapers and TV was full of reference this morning to criticism of Elon Musk, and Farage, I don't think, rallied round enough to support his friend. And Elon Musk has now issued a tweet saying that Reform UK needs a new leader because Farage doesn't have what it takes. Elon Musk isn't somebody to respond positively to criticism. He has a history of temper tantrums and blocking critics on Twitter, including journalists and analysts, posting memes or trolling detractors, changing his username to spy here and there, threatening to sue organisations such as the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, for criticism of his handling of hate speech on Twitter, and dramatic public announcements such as declaring he will create new platforms or new businesses to counter perceived adversaries, the creation of XAI to rival AI, and so on. There's a long history of Elon Musk's tantrums, throwing the toys out of the pram, when changing the name of Twitter, for example, to X. And he was criticised for his approach to content moderation after he acquired Twitter, particularly for reinstating controversial figures and mass layoffs that affected the trust and the safety team. And critics argued that his decisions enabled hate speech and misinformation on the platform, and Musk simply dismissed all this as woke, and that his actions supported free speech absolutism. Well, that's simply a difference of opinion, isn't it, really? And Musk is the boss, so Musk can call the shots. He's been accused of fostering a toxic work environment, including allegations of racial discrimination, sexual harassment at the Fremont factory, and Californian regulators have sued the company over these claims. Musk has downplayed these allegations. Initially, he reportedly sent emails with motivation platitudes like "be hardcore," demanding unwavering loyalty. And when he doesn't get that, what happens then? He's discouraged unionization, for example, in the Tesla factories. He's tried to deflect criticism by highlighting Tesla's achievements. He criticized lockdown measures during the pandemic, calling them fascist, and prematurely reopened Tesla's Fremont factory in defiance of local health orders. His dismissive tweets about COVID-19, like calling the panic over the virus dumb, attracted a backlash, but he doubled down, suing local authorities and moving Tesla's headquarters from California to Texas. Musk also mocked critics on Twitter, maintaining that combative tone. Musk doesn't go down without a fight, and he's faced backlash for promoting dubious information, such as misinformation about COVID-19, conspiracy theories about political events like the attack on Pelosi. And rather than apologizing, Musk often amplifies his stance or mocks those who call him out, sometimes tweeting cryptic or sarcastic comments to deflect responsibility. I would have thought he's tweeted so much that he knows sarcasm doesn't work on Twitter. Sarcasm doesn't work in print unless you are very good. And journalists who criticize Musk for being overly sensitive to negative press about Tesla, about SpaceX, or about himself, he sort of targeted these people, it seems, denying them access, suing his critics, publicly lambasting journalists, and called for citizen-driven reporting platforms. But those citizen journalists will also criticize him because that's the point. He is up there as a figure who commands opinion. And that he's not simply dictating opinion, he is commanding it. People will have opinions about Musk, and he needs to be ready to take the flak as well as take the praise. For example, he proposed his peace plan for Ukraine, suggesting concessions to Russia, which drew anger from Ukrainian officials and Western commentators. And he responded simply with Twitter polls to justify his position and engaged in heated exchanges. Those polls mean nothing. Rather like the poll in the Sunday Mail this morning. It means nothing. There are polls which matter, which are significant polls with a large number of people who are asked, in a controlled environment, or there's a general election. But these sort of Twitter polls are random. It's like it's like a poll for OnlyFans or something. It is pointless. And Musk needs to, and it needs, frankly, to grow up. Now, I don't object to him saying that Farage isn't up to it. I also don't think he's up to it, but for different reasons. It's not because Farage and I disagree. It's because I think Farage is a one-trick pony who's very good at elections. He's very good at electioneering, but he has nothing concrete to offer the electorate once he's elected. And when things don't go his way, he promised us, for example, that with Brexit, we would be able to control our own borders. The facts have proven that he was wrong. But he just doubles down and continues to peddle the same rubbish, looking for yet another election, another party to lead, another cause to celebrate. Because that's what Farage is. And the problem with politics, and something that Starmer also hasn't quite got to grips with, and Ed Davey hasn't got to grips with, and Kemi Badenoch doesn't have a hope in hell. But the problem with politics is that you have to deal with the day-to-day issues of making life better for people. And these individuals, Farage, Elon Musk, Trump, Starmer, Kemi Badenoch, Ed Davey, these people don't understand that. They are so obsessed with their next election and with their image, with their self. They're not in it for us. They're in it for themselves. This is an onanistic, or if you want to use a really posh word, a manustrupacious activity. It benefits nobody except for themselves. And Farage is the arch onanist. He is only interested in his own elevation. And after a while, that's not interesting, is it, to anybody else? Let him get on with it.